Hello, welcome to another lecture in Managerial Economics. In this lecture, I would explain you about pricing strategies. In our previous lectures, we have discussed about different market structures that may exist in any economy, features of the same, and price output determination under all those market structures. But however, in reality, prices are not at all determined on the basis of marginal cost and marginal revenue. Rather, they are determined on the basis of several factors that influence the price of any commodity. Before explaining you the pricing strategies that are adopted by companies in general, let me tell you the meaning of a price. Price is the rate at which generally goods are bought and sold. And price is one of the important element of overall marketing activity because it is the price fixation that can ultimately decide the fate of any organization. Because in marketing management generally we talk about the 4 P's, namely product, price, place and promotion, wherein of all the 4 P's of marketing management, price is the only P that generates revenue for an organization, whereas the remaining 3 P's, namely product, place and promotion, are cost consuming activities for any firm. And the price of any company or price of any product that is charged ultimately determines the profitability of an organization. And if prices are not fixed carefully, that may ultimately end up an organization suffering from losses. So pricing is very much crucial decision to be taken by management, and pricing strategies or effective pricing strategies can definitely help a company in maximizing its profits, maximizing sales revenue and obtaining the maximum possible market share basing on the competition that exists in an industry. And both overpricing and underpricing are detrimental to the success of any organization, because if a product is priced very much higher, it may not attract consumers much. And on the other hand, if the price is fixed in such a way that it does not even cover the costs incurred in manufacturing an item, then companies would be suffering from losses. Thus, in order to avoid both underpricing as well as overpricing, pricing decisions have to be taken very carefully. And in reality, companies adopt several pricing strategies basing on the type of product which they manufacture, or basing on the competition that exists in an industry in which they operate, or basing on the cost of production that they have to incur, and basing on several other factors that affect the prices of different products. However, in general, pricing strategies are categorized into certain groups, namely cost-based pricing strategies, competition-based pricing strategies, demand-based pricing strategies, and other pricing strategies are miscellaneous pricing strategies, because those pricing strategies do not fall under the category of any of the above groups, and pricing strategies for new products, etc. In general, pricing strategies are categorized into 3, namely cost-based pricing strategies, competition-based pricing strategies, and demand-based pricing strategies. Cost-based pricing strategies, as the name itself suggests, are those pricing strategies in which the cost of manufacturing an item forms the basis for fixation of selling price of the same. In other words, if at all the cost of manufacturing an item is taken into account to compute or to fix the selling price of any commodity, we call it as cost-based pricing strategies. And again, cost-based pricing strategies may be very many in number, namely full cost pricing or average cost pricing, marginal cost pricing, social cost pricing, and markup pricing. First, let me explain you about full cost pricing. In full cost pricing, a company takes into account both fixed cost and variable cost in order to determine the price of any item. Thus, if the total cost of making an output, that is fixed cost and variable cost, together are taken into account, and if such total cost is divided by the number of units manufactured, and thereby when the average cost of an item is derived, and to such average cost of an item a certain profit margin is added, it is called full cost pricing. And full cost pricing is in a way average cost pricing as well, because whenever full cost of manufacturing any item is taken into consideration to fix the price, it obviously means that the full cost of production is spread across the total volume of output, which is again the average cost. So when to the total cost of manufacturing an item, if certain profit percentage is added to derive the selling price, it is called as full cost pricing. And full cost pricing is the simplest form of pricing, and it is used extensively by many organizations. And the second cost based pricing is marginal cost pricing, in which the marginal cost only or the variable cost only forms the basis for fixing the selling price. So in other words, when only the variable cost of manufacturing item is included in the fixation of price, and if the selling price only tries to cover or recover only a certain part of fixed cost, it is called marginal cost pricing. And some companies would go another step ahead and find out the social costs that are involved in producing an item. Social costs refer to the sacrifices made by people of the society in order to facilitate production capacity, or in order to facilitate production programs for certain organizations. So when fixing the prices of several products, if the social damages or social harms or social inconveniences are taken into account and prices are fixed, it is called social cost pricing. And all the cost based pricing strategies are the easiest ones, and they are adopted very commonly by most of the organizations. And another variant of cost based pricing may be markup pricing, in which a company predetermines a certain percentage of profit to be earned or a certain return on investment to be made, and basing on its target profit margin or return on investment, if it fixes the price, it is called as markup pricing. And the second categorization of pricing strategies is competition based pricing strategies. Again, when the pricing of any commodity is based on the competition that exists in the market for the commodity, such pricing strategies are called as competition based pricing strategies. Competition based pricing strategies may be either price discrimination strategies, or a limit pricing, sealed bid pricing, or premium pricing, or discount pricing. First of all, let me explain you price discrimination. As we have seen in monopoly, price discrimination refers to selling the same item at different prices to different categories of consumers. Generally, if a product or service enjoys monopoly in the market, then price discrimination may be possible. And another variant of competition based pricing strategy is sealed bid pricing strategy, in which bids are invited from all the contractors, and whoever offers the bid at the lowest price is ultimately given or issued the contract for taking up any project. Sealed bid pricing strategy is adopted in case of projects which are in the areas of construction or infrastructural development, where all the competitive firms come together and they offer their own bids, and in order to win the bid, generally every competitor tries to quote as much a low price as possible. And another variant of competition based pricing strategy is premium pricing, in which a company tries to fix a higher price than its competitors in order to get a market image in the market as that of producing a premium quality product. Generally, if a company believes in the superiority of its commodity, it may charge a higher price than the price of other firms or competitive firms. Reverse to premium pricing is discount pricing, in which a company usually fixes a lower price than its competitors in order to attract more and more consumers. And competition based pricing strategy may also include adopting a going rate or a parity pricing strategy, in which a firm tries to fix the price in the same level as the competitors' fixed price for their commodity. In other words, if a company fixes more or less the same price for its commodity as that of its competitors, it is called as parity pricing or going rate pricing. And another acute variation of competition based pricing strategy is limit pricing, in which a company fixes the price for its product in such a low level that the competitive firms would find it at most difficult to enter into any business, because if products are to be offered at such a low price, smaller firms may not even afford to do businesses. So only companies which operate in a very large scale adopt a limit pricing in order to restrict the entry of new firms into those businesses. So competition based pricing strategies may include price discrimination, sealed bid pricing, premium pricing, discount pricing, going rate pricing, and limit pricing. And the third category of pricing strategy is demand based pricing strategy. When the price of any commodity is based on the perceived demand for the same, it is called as a demand based pricing strategy. So again, demand based pricing strategy may be either perceived value pricing or pricing on the basis of usage of the product or usage sensitive pricing or flat rate pricing. So if a product is priced uniformly irrespective of its time of consumption or time of usage, it is called flat rate pricing. Flat rate pricing is generally adopted when a company feels that the demand for its product or service is spread uniformly throughout the time of a day or throughout all seasons of a year. Contrary to that, when a company charges different prices to the same product or service basing on the peaks of its consumption during specified periods of time, it is called usage sensitive pricing. Mostly electricity generating companies try to adopt usage sensitive pricing in order to discourage or reduce the consumption of electricity during peak hours in which the cost of producing the same is very much high. And another variant of demand based pricing strategy is perceived value pricing, in which a company tries to fix the price of its commodity basing on the value of the product or service which consumers perceive. If at all a company believes that the product or service that is generated by it is valued or perceived by the consumers as a very esteemed product or luxurious product, then companies would fix a higher price and vice versa. And there may be another kind of pricing called psychological pricing, in which a company tries to fix the price of a commodity in such a way that it gives an impression in the mindset of consumers that the product is priced at a lower level. For example, we can see many of the supermarkets offering their prices at a level of rupees 99 or 999 or 9999 just in order to make an impression in the mindset of consumers that such products are less than 100 rupees or 1000 rupees or more. And another variant of pricing strategy may be bundle pricing, in which a group of related products are bundled as a single item, and in order to encourage the consumption of those items altogether, if companies fix the prices of all these commodities as a joint product, it is called bundle pricing. And the pricing strategies for new products or products which are yet to be launched in the market may be entirely different. And the new product pricing strategies are generally divided into two, namely market penetration pricing strategy and market skimming pricing strategy. And these two pricing strategies are completely opposite to each other. And in market penetration pricing strategy, a company whichever is introducing a new product into the market tries to launch the product at an initial low price, and it tries to penetrate into the market slowly. Once the product has got customer acceptance, the company starts increasing the price gradually. And the nano cards are the best example for a product that are launched in penetrating manner, because initially nano cars were launched as cars with 1 lakh rupees or cars that are available at 1 lakh, and now the price of nano cars is somewhere around 2.75 lakhs to 3 lakhs. So Tata Nano has adopted the strategy of penetration with a view to enter into the market as a very low cost car that is produced by it. And contrary to that, if a company tries to launch its new product by an initial high price, and thereby if it tries to recover all the initial investment made by it in first few years of production or marketing, it is called as market skimming or skim the cream pricing strategy. So skimming the cream means getting as much profits as possible in the first few years, believing that the business conditions would not remain the same as they are now. So this is all about the pricing strategies.